Yeah. I do not have you as a sound, though. That's a problem.
Well, you should fix that. Should be in audio application capture for Stream Together. What's up, guys? If you're here, we're having some technical problems. Just bear with us. Let me pause this.
Fucking happens every time.
Yeah, I don't know what's different
Okay.
on your end because mine's set up.
Right here. I need to. I had it on the.
On the music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say something for me.
something for you.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're good. We're good.
So,
We're solid. All right, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den tonight. It is RevX's wrestling review for the 8-1 edition of WWE SmackDown, aka the Go Home Show for the SummerSlam Spectacular that will happen the next 2 days. I'm your
oh yeah,
co-host, Buddha Fire. With me, as always, MJ At. And tonight was it was a Go Home Show,
yeah,
but for a Go Home Show to have 5 matches, I'm kind of impressed.
yeah. Normally, the old SmackDown format, the 3 hour format, you can only get four. So the fact that they squeezed in five is pretty good. So
Yeah.
I got to take that. I guess I'll start us off. We normally come in and we talk about first joining the Discord, which we have pinned at the top of the chat there. Secondly, we are on the stage, so if anybody would like to come and speak while we are streaming, the stage is wide open for you. Uh, and then the next thing we normally discuss is Monday Night Raw and what happened. So, give me just a second here. I've got too many freaking windows open. All right, so let's go to the top, and really not that much from Raw this week. AJ and the Kabuki Warriors took on the Judgment Day, which it was Dom, Roxanne, and Raquel, uh, and they won. So, woo! Finn and JD then took on LWO to retain the men's tag team titles, the Raw tag team titles. Thanks to a not one but two El Grande Americano. The second one, I believe we're going to have an El Grande Americano off with this storyline. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. It was weird to see a second one. I looked at the wife and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, no clue who that is. But I guess we'll find out who that is probably Monday. They ain't going to bother with that during the weekend. So
I don't
Monday,
know
look
if
for
there's
that.
another tag team match this weekend, and there is, isn't there? Like for Judgment Day,
Not
is that
no, no,
no?
just the women's and the IC.
Huh?
That's the only belts
Okay, well,
out of the crew they're defending this weekend. So
we might see something with Dom. Who knows? Uh,
maybe.
after that, we got Rio, Io Sky. I'm sorry, Rio. Rhea Ripley, Io
Ah,
Sky, Stephanie Becker, and uh, Nikki Bella. I'm assuming
yeah, yeah.
defeated Naomi, Chelsea, and the Secret Harvest. I like what they're doing with Chelsea. Chelsea's should be one of their top draws, right? She is one of those heels that can lose, 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 and it doesn't hurt her at all. I think it's a good gimmick for her, and I think that the way she was portrayed in the documentary, the Unreal, I think that
Yeah.
that was excellent. Which we'll touch on that here in a little bit. Then we got Jey Uso beating Bronson by DQ, but then gets destroyed along with Roman by the Brawns. I like what you did there. Solid ending to the show. Braun is taking over the group, and apparently Webb couldn't be happier. Listen, I don't know that. I still think we're going to see a Seth
That is
Rollins
not
cash in. I think we're going to see a cash in still. I'm sorry. I think the whole thing's a work. I could be
Nope.
wrong. I know all this is
You are.
online. Okay, well, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. I hope that Seth Rollins makes you eat those words. Okay, but that was pretty much it that happened on Raw. You want to take us into the start of SmackDown?
SmackDown, guys, comes to us from Newark, New Jersey this time around, and it was kind of an interesting start to the show. So we get Cena coming out before he can even say a word. Cody Rhodes music hit. He comes out Before Rhodes can say anything, though, Cena takes over and basically goes on about the fact that, he's done this for 25 years, blah, blah, blah. He fusses. He tells Cody, "Oh well, you assaulted me, you beat me up, you forged my signature, you got me into a scary match, and for that I have to say thank you," which kind of like threw everybody off automatically. So then Cena decides to go into straight up face promo, Cena 101, and by the end of it, guys, everybody in that arena was on their feet, screaming to the top of their lungs because Cena was back.
I'm biting my
This
tongue.
was to the much. I know you are. This is much to the delight of Cody Rhodes, who asked for a couple beers, tells John Cena, "Welcome back, John Cena." Cheers a beer with him and leaves. To which Cena takes time to enjoy the moment with the crowd like he used to always do. So, before we go any further, let's go ahead and get the little squabble out of the way and
Mm-hmm.
stop biting your
Mm-hmm.
tongue and fire off.
It's a work. It's a work. It's entirely a work. Either one of two things is happening, and I have to get this off my chest. If I don't, I'm going to fucking explode.
Floor's
One,
yours.
one. Cody Rhodes is turning heel, which is what you think. We've discussed it. Yes, I know. I don't
Yes.
think that's what's happening. Two, this is a giant swerve from WWE, and they're trying to get the crowd on the side of John Cena for this one particular match. I think that come the end of the match, he's going to win by disqualification. Well, never mind. I'm sorry. It's street fight. He's going to basically he's going to win. Point blank and period. We all know that. I don't think that they're going to let him walk out with the title. They might. They let Punk, but I just man, Cena's going to do something dastardly, and he's going to be like, "Oh, got you," and that's their whole plan. It's swerve after swerve after swerve with John Cena. I don't see very. I know that John is a mainstay GOAT, but man, I'm tired of looking at him already. As are half of America, half the WWE universe. We all kind of just go ahead and be done, John. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done. Do your thing.
My rebuttal time?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, my biggest rebuttal is that Cody Rhodes has stated that the biggest part of his face run is over. So, it's time for him to go heel. Now, why I say this is simply this: Cena's not going to go out in the middle of December on an L being a heel. It's just not going to happen, guys. So they had to give it time, and they took basically half of this run to make him a heel. They'll use the other half of this run to make him the complete clean babyface that he's always been. But in order to do that, how do you do that? You have to have that big turn. Who's the big turn? Here, you want me to really put some shit into perspective for you? You want me to really dive into this for you for a second? Cody takes over Seth's faction. Cody, the Braun Browns, and Paul Heyman. Holy shit. Now, that's just a spitball, guys. That's probably something that's never going to happen. But you want to, like, build the ultimate heel with a group and a manager already there to face the icon John Cena. That's the best way to do it, guys. Will that happen? Probably not. That's wishful thinking from yours truly.
That's fantasy
But
booking. That's fantasy booking.
tell me, guys, if you're on here, tell me. Throw me a comment, something like that. Tell me you wouldn't like to see something like that. It wouldn't be cool.
We definitely some sort of swerve is inbound. Okay, regardless, that's the one thing we can agree on is that there is something coming that we just can't put our finger on. It's either going to be something to do with Rhodes turning heel or a fake out from Cena. It falls within those two realms, whatever it
I
is.
agree.
So
I agree. But we,
that's
we will see. It'll happen, and we'll find out on that one Sunday night.
yeah.
But they show an earlier today segment where Logan Paul's walking around backstage. Jelly's in the ring training. Him and McIntyre get the best of the role, tell him not to show up to SmackDown tonight. And then we get thrown into the first match of the evening, which they started out kind of weird. They started out with the Women's United States Championship. It's Julia with her new manager, I guess, Kiana James, defending against the former champion, Zelina Vega. This was a solid opening match. They got to run for, I would say, good solid 15 minutes or so.
Hmm.
It actually made to feel like Zelina may actually take the victory back. They had a couple of very close calls to where we thought for sure Zelina was winning that title back.
Yeah.
But in the end, Jillian is able to hit the Northern Lights driver for the three to retain. And I would say that's probably the end of Zelina Vega in the title run for Julia's title.
Yeah, I honestly, and I know I said this earlier and you did not agree, but I see Chelsea Green coming back to get another shot at it because of her gimmick. Like that's really the reason I say that. Um, Otherwise, Julia is a big hit. She's a heel with Kiana James, who is, I don't know, she's not really done any mouth work today. Um, but Julia's got that fire underneath her, that crowd reaction, be it positive or negative. She's getting heat, and that's what they want. So
I
I
agree.
think I think that Chelsea Green would be a good opponent for uh, Julia. But with that being said, we then got a backstage segment with Solo and the MFTs, and there's this cage hanging above the ring, and Solo's denying having any involvement, which immediately tells you that it's Solo's involved in getting the cage above the ring because we're not dumb, are we? WWE Universe. Um, they say they're going to waylay to Big Jim later in the evening. Well, Tala is uh, which led us to match number two. Match number two was the open challenge for the AAA Tag Team Championship, in which Los Garza took on, and you guessed it, the former AAA Tag Team Champions, Psycho Clown and Mr. Iguana. Okay, he's got an iguana. He's supposed to be a crowd favorite, right? Well, he was. Uh, this was kind of more of a squash comedy match. You see a lot of those with certain luchadors and certain acts like Chelsea Green. She's also a comedy act. Um, Honestly, after the way that this match ended, though, Iguana might be hurt. They got him out of the ring really quick, and I feel like I don't know if you thought this, but I know I did. I felt like the finish was changed on the fly
Yeah, I
just
think it
be,
was rushed. Like,
just
looked
because of
really
how things
rushed.
went. It
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say that I know that for certain, but it kind of felt like that the AAA Tag Team Championship was supposed to go back to AAA today, and
I don't know.
if they did hurt Iguana, then that would be why it did. All I'm saying.
I'm not. I don't know, guys. This match turned into botchamania. Like Matthew, if you ever see us, I'm telling you, I'm telling you where to get some really good skits. Although I'm sure I'm not the only one telling you to get skits
No,
from this match. This match was just. This match was a stretch to watch. It was rough to watch, and we were like very thankful when this match ended. We both counted to three. It was like, thank fucking God.
I will say that
Uh,
while I enjoyed seeing AAA talent in a SmackDown ring, you're not wrong. Botch after botch after botch. So
They're not ready. Okay, look, they are mainstay characters in Mexico, and that is wonderful. I really believe that it was a lot to do with the abundance of crowd that they're not used to. It's going
maybe,
to make anybody have butterflies. It's going to make anybody slip on their cues, so to speak.
yeah,
But
maybe
hopefully, if they get featured again, it's a lot better match than what we got to see tonight, guys.
true.
After that match, though, they show a video package of the 6 pack Tag Team Championship TLC match, and yes, that is a mouthful and a half to say, but that will take place on Sunday, guys. And that match, I am so looking forward to. Honestly, what are your thoughts on that match, man?
Okay, all right. So if we're going to talk about the entire SmackDown Tag Team Division because we are. Um, I feel like that we've been building up to the sixth team the whole time. We were waiting for the Wyatt Six to come back, and I know we discussed this a little bit earlier. Um, I think that this kind of match, if it's ever been done, it's not been done in a really long time. I know that TLC tag title matches are a mainstay for older WWE fans. They love that
Mhm.
hardcore shit. We'll eat that up just like we eat tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my god, I'm gonna come. But no, like the thing
Actually,
is,
if I may, real quick, they actually showed a fact on SmackDown tonight that the first TLC match actually took place at SummerSlam 25 years ago. I think it said it was August 27th, 2000.
yeah,
So I feel this is a huge upgrade because the original TLC was 3 teams.
yeah.
Chat, I'm gonna give you a second. Put them in the comments. Who were they? I'm gonna say it, but go ahead. Hit me in the comments.
Do
Tell me.
do 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 do
Getting back to
do
who it
do
actually
do
was,
do.
once he shuts up,
That's fine.
we had the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Those were the three original teams that gave us what became known as TLC. Each one of them had their own particular things. That's what actually made the match come to fruition. Is each team had their own signature weapon: one table, one ladder, one chairs,
Yep.
and it was a big squabble for the tag team titles for a few months, and they just decided, hey, throw them all together. Let's see what happens. It was an innovative, huge, innovative thing in 2000 when we were really huge into wrestling, and here 25 years later, and guess what? We're getting double what we started with at the same stage. This is going to be an insane match, guys.
I agree. I agree, man. We've got a lot. This will have a lot of high spots and a lot of low spots, but the problem is when you get so many bodies, it's kind of like the Royal Rumble. You lose track. But
Mm-hmm.
all that being said, uh, I guess we're on match number three now, right?
Yes, sir.
Match number three was a singles match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black. This was a very back and forth, hard hitting match compared to the last one. It These two beat the hell out of one another until the end. Black hit Priest with a chair and like threw it at him to get cause the disqualification, which gave Priest the win. However, the aftermatch beatdown, I think Priest may be taking some vacation time. At
A little bit, yeah.
minimum a week, I'm thinking more like a month, but hopefully he gets a break. He doesn't have anything scheduled at SummerSlam, right?
Right, which is
So
weird because, like, I know reading up to it, like, they said that they were going to have something big for him.
yeah,
But
um,
if getting written off TV the night before SummerSlam's what they had big for him, damn.
yeah,
Like, what
that feels like
what a twist.
feels like a downgrade, but
Yeah,
whatever. I like Damian Priest. I think he's an excellent sports entertainer. I want you to notice that I did not say wrestler there. Um,
I wish they wouldn't have took the title off him so quick.
yeah, I
I will say
agree.
that.
He could have had a much better run as champion.
Oh,
Perhaps if
yeah.
he was on SmackDown for that instead of Raw, and the secondary title is just, and I say that because it is.
Second,
Um,
second day.
yeah, it's secondary. The World Championship is a secondary title in today's era. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Agreed. Moving on, we got Tiffany backstage walking when Jade comes up to her, tells her basically she didn't need her help last week. Tiffy says, well, if she's going to face her, she wants to actually face her at full speed. And Jade tells her not to worry, that after tomorrow she won't have to worry about it because that title is coming home with her. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. That moves us right into match number 4, which was the singles match between Jimmy Uso and Tala Tonga. It was really kind of a short match, truthfully. But they gave Jimmy a lot of the offense in this. But I mean, Tala Tonga is like 7 foot tall. Like when they done the face to face, Tala's head stood like almost perfectly, completely over top of Jimmy's head.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
So Jimmy, Jimmy gets going. He gets into his big spiel, hits the spear, goes up top to hit the splash. Tyler catches him while on the ground, full reach. I mean, it's crazy how much reach this guy had. Stands
Yeah.
up, hits a huge slam on him, gets the three. Now after the match, that's when things got a little chaotic. Uh, so Solo calls everybody into the ring and says, "Hey, we're gonna do this now." They start lowering the cage with Jimmy inside and all the MFTs.
Hmm.
Strangely enough, the cage stops about three-quarter of the way down, just enough for Jacob to make his way to the ring, get into the ring. The cage come down. Solo says, "Screw this! I'm not doing this tonight." He hightails it along with Tala, which
Hmm.
leaves JC Mateo and Tamatonga in the ring, much to Jacob's liking because he completely destroyed those two, complete with the moonsault and the taunt to Solo. I think they wrestle tomorrow night, right? Do they wrestle
Uh,
tomorrow night?
1 sec, checking. No, that is
No, they
Sunday.
wrestle Sunday night. Okay, so Sunday night. Anyway, guys, but again, very small, very quick match with a nice little segment afterwards. Again, for a go home show, that part was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it
Looks like
was.
Hatch.
I'm here. I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
It wasn't
Okay.
bad, man. I honestly think that Solo and Jacob's going to be one of the highlight matches of SummerSlam. They're both very good
I think
workers.
it's gonna be the beatdowns, man. That's gonna be like the hard hitting match,
Next
especially
up,
being in a cage.
yeah, yeah. Next up, we had a backstage segment with Alexa and Charlotte. Again, they're not friends. Apparently, Alexa's cool with it, but Charlotte doesn't like using the F word, like focus. Um, they,
Focus.
they say they are winning the tag team titles, so I guess we'll see. Honestly, I'm kind of rooting for them. I don't enjoy having all the gold on Judgment Day. I think that's a bad place for it to be unless they're doing it transitionally. Um, Plus, it's Alexa Bliss. Anything with Alexa Bliss in it, I'm a mark for. So that's just in fact. Um, you want to do the last segment?
Yeah, sure. Last segment, guys. So Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre come out to the ring. Paul starts running his mouth on Jelly about how he doesn't need to be trying to come in and take over a wrestling organization. That's not right, even though it's the same damn thing he done. But he made sure to say, "You don't do that unless you're Logan Paul," which I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
McIntyre starts talking about Orton, tells him, kudos for taking a match that he really didn't need to take, blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden on the Titantron, you see Jelly show up. He gets out. He's still selling his injuries from earlier. So he's doing pretty good on the selling part. He taps on the hood three times, and out comes Orton from the driver's seat. They walk toward the ring. Nick Aldis is there saying, "No, stop, don't do anything." They walk right past him, get in the ring, and of course, you know what's going to happen. We got a brawl going.
Oh
Nick
yeah.
Aldis sends out like 20, I would say a solid 20 backstage help to break away all these people, to which leaves like three of these guys in the ring with Orton and Jelly Roll. Orton is already lost it, so a couple of these poor souls met the three most dangerous letters in wrestling business today, and that is the RKO. And then Jelly got a smile on his face as he decided he was going to choke slam the other poor soul in the ring. And we get the faces in the ring standing tall with the heels being pulled to the back to end the show.
Does that surprise
Um,
you at all? That ending? Because
no,
it sure doesn't me.
no. For a go home show, I did say five matches at the first of the show. I'm sorry, it was only four, but it was made very, very, very well tonight. But
Felt like five.
I'm gonna say solidly, maybe a seven tonight.
Yes. 7 out of 8. 7 out of 10. I mean, maybe. Just not. You know. Ooh. Okay. So that being said, we need to get into two things I wanted to discuss tonight before we disengage here. Uh, One, the card for SummerSlam. Now, I'm going to wait until the ad breaks over to do to do predictions here because we got about 60 seconds on that. It's only a 90-second ad. Um,
Okay.
that being said, though, this is still in the VOD on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
um, guys, if you haven't already, join the Discord, like the video, subscribe. We definitely need the help. We're trying to get to 100 followers or 100 people in our Discord. When we do, there will be a merch giveaway. So just hang tight for details on that, and Buddha and I will get back to you with that. And that's specifically because you guys are awesome and have filled the Discord. You have to be in the
Agreed.
Discord to get the merch. That's all I'm saying. So, the other thing I wanted to cover, if we are going to talk about it at all, is just basic opinions on the Unreal series because we have
Yeah,
not
we
been
can go over
live
that.
since we've not been live together since that started. So if we
All right.
can, I'd like to do that first. Um,
Sure. Open
what
up with
were
it when we come back.
well, we're back. What do you think? What was your thoughts on the Unreal series?
So I'm going to tell you just like I told Retro the other night when I had asked him if he had watched it.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody that used to do everything behind the scenes, and we're both as guilty as that as guilty can be, I
Absolutely.
felt as though this was a very solid way to show how everything has to go down. A lot of people see this and they're like, oh, well, it's fake, it's predetermined. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. To an extent, it is fake. As we've seen tonight, people get hurt. A little more now than they used to. Used to, it was a little more safe. Now there's a little more leeway, and unfortunately, it ends up in more injuries. However, getting to see this behind the scenes, getting to see how the wrestlers' mentality is going into these big matches, and that's what it is. It's basically a match or two from a pay per view leading up to like the new episodes that'll come out. I'm sure we'll probably see one from Backlash, and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably sure that we'll see one from SummerSlam. We
Eventually.
might see one that we might see one that's dated for a Saturday night's main event, even though it's becoming more of a mainstay. They might still actually do that to show how they get asses in seats, as Rock likes to put it.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I do feel as though it's a solid show. I know that there's been a lot of hate for it on the internet, and I hate that for them. But some people, like I asked Ropeman about it, and he said, he 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 uh, he likes his food the way it's prepared without knowing,
Not me. I
and
like
I
to know
kind of
what's in my.
understand that point too.
I like to know what I'm
I,
eating, bro.
exactly, but I understood his point. I understand the hate, but personal opinion, I personally loved the show. Thought it was great. My wife sitting behind me, she actually got very, very interested in it, which is kind of shocking because she likes wrestling, but not like say us. Okay,
Mhm.
so to watch her actually like be dead set into watching that show and enjoying what she was watching, I felt as though as like quote unquote a non like fan like us, that's a success.
I
That
agree.
that's what I feel like on that.
Um, as far as my standpoint on it, it
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like that there were certain parts of it that were still scripted. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that they didn't really pull back the curtain 100%, maybe more like 50, because people know wrestling is predetermined. People know that gorilla position's a thing. People know that the storylines come out of a writer's room. Like these are things we already knew, right? The only thing that I can think of that even really felt halfway kind of real was, say, reactions right after matches.
Oh
Specifically,
yeah, yeah.
I want to point out Chelsea Green here and her U.S. title. And I know I've been talking about Chelsea all night, but that moment when she was getting her side plates and people were walking by and she was like side plates, you know, that moment was real. That was her joy, and it was really
Yeah.
being shown. Not
That
not
that was dedication and experience paying off, and finally getting to reap the reward from it. Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
those kind of things
Another
I like. Go ahead.
another good one was um CM Punk's reaction after actually getting the main event SummerSlam. I feel as though that was genuine. Like they caught him backstage when he was still like in his thoughts, and he gave his real thoughts, which were you figure these guys are professionals,
Yeah.
and Chelsea like we've been on Chelsea Green kick tonight when they done her little couple of minutes of interview. She said something that really stood, and I enjoyed hearing it. And it doesn't matter if I'm losing every match, as long as I'm getting booked every week, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
To some people, winning and losing is not everything. Now, she did go into telling about the fact that you still want to win. You do.
Hmm.
Like that's what you're
Hmm.
there for. You're there to try to get over. But sometimes being a comedic loser can get you just as over as being a successful champion,
Well,
per
that's like
se.
when she won the title. We were watching. I remember you and I were watching, and she beat Michin. Was it Michin? I think it
Yep.
was Michin.
Yep.
Uh, when she beat Michin, that was real joy in that moment.
Yeah.
That,
Oh yeah.
that you can't you can fake that, but you can tell the difference between fake joy, not really wanting to fuck with it, and absolutely being ecstatic. That was amazing. And I think what WWE
I agree with
Unreal
that.
is pulling back the curtain on is just the right amount. I think there are some things we
Yeah.
don't need to know, and there are other things that should be public knowledge. So kudos to WWE Unreal. You're getting a 9 out of 10 on me. Buddha, what do you got?
I solid 9 out of 10. Yeah. Full agreement.
Okay.
But
All
guys,
right.
before we end this stream, the last thing we want to do is we want to go over the SummerSlam Super Card for the weekend. We have 6 matches on both Saturday and Sunday night. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and open up. So I'm gonna ask one, and then he's gonna ask one. We're just gonna go back and forth with this, and feel free in the comments to tell us all your predictions for every match. We would love to read them. Love to, and
Absolutely.
if you guys are here, would like to come up on the stage, chat with us about all this, please feel free to do so. Just ask us to come up. We'll be more than happy to get you on here, talk some
Taking
wrestling, and yeah,
taking all callers. So, all right.
exactly.
You want to start? Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, so first one I'm reading here looks like the women's tag team championship match. Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Now,
Pat,
if you're
who
asking me
are you with?
where I
Yeah,
stand should be obvious, as I have said many, 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 many times. I am a mark for Alexa Bliss, so I am a little construed. I don't like seeing all the gold on Judgment Day. Not that they're a bad team; they're not a bad team. I think that Charlotte and Alexa have more going for them than Roxanne and
mm-hmm.
Raquel. Now, if it was
Agreed.
Liv, we might have a little bit more issue. But as
Mm-hmm.
far as I'm standing, the winner of this one is going to be Alexa and Charlotte, the frenemies.
Agreed.
So, okay, so you're just okay. So the next
Agreed.
match, and I'm just going to go down the list that we got is
Yep.
for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Gunther taking on CM Punk. Buddha,
Gunther,
Gunther,
hands
why?
down. Sorry. CM Punk just kind of got through into this thing. I mean, think about it. If anybody should be facing Gunther at SummerSlam for that title, it's Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Quote me on it. Please go ahead. He deserved to be in that match. Punk just slid in. I really
Um,
think what they're doing with Punk. I like. Punk has been a part of every major show this year. He's already been in. Uh, he's been in Royal Rumble. He's been in Elimination Chamber. He got to wrestle at WrestleMania.
in
He
my
has
words, main
been
event.
in the He's been in the WWE Championship picture in
Yep.
Saudi Arabia, and
Yep.
now he's going for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. The man is not like just a name that comes up. However, I just don't see them giving him a title run right now. I don't.
Okay.
The only way I see this working. CM Punk wins tomorrow if John Cena keeps the title.
Oh, well, that's a good
And I
one.
feel as though they unify the belts at the end of the year when Cena's last match
Ooh,
is.
ooh, no, no,
Hey,
no.
I know I understand you say that, but that is the only thing at the current moment that really makes sense.
May I? May I step up for
Yep.
a second?
Yep.
All right.
All
So
yours.
we're going to differ on this one. This match was originally slated to be the match that CM Punk got at Mania until they
Right.
swerved and went with Jey Uso for the Royal Rumble. So,
Mm-hmm.
that being said, it makes me feel like that Punk is going to get the push and take the title from Gunther because Gunther's not doing anything with it. Nothing. He fought Goldberg. He's fought Jay. That's it. Like he's not.
I'm not going to
He's
argue
not.
with you because I would like to see Punk win. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. Anybody that knows me knows that.
This is true. This is true.
However, I don't see them putting the title right back on Gunther just to have him beat Goldberg to retire him and then lose to Punk. I don't see it, guys.
Well,
Would I like that to happen? Absolutely.
we'll
Do I
uh,
see that being the come out? No.
we'll see tomorrow. So
Absolutely. All right, so match 3 we've got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Hat, take it away.
all right, buddy. So obviously, Jelly Roll is in this interpromotional bit because he's Jelly Roll,
Yep.
and let's face it, the crowd's eating it up. So baby faces for the win. That's all I got. That's it. That's
I've got no argument to that. Like, please take us into the next match. I've got no argument to that. Like, words straight out of my mouth. Really.
all right.
Faces
So
take this tomorrow night.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. The next match is Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on Braun and Braun, the Braun Brawns. Buddha?
Say faces.
Okay, okay. That's
Like that. There's not really much to talk about in this match, man. Like, as bad as I hate to say it, the only reason I feel as though this is happening right now is because Seth got hurt and they had to have something to fill it. Perfect time to bring Roman back. And this goes back to talking about Unreal and everything. And them talking about the fact that if we do this, Roman's going to be on his own with nothing. And you haven't really seen a lot of Roman. Now all of a sudden he's coming back, and what's he going for? Right back for family. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Bloodline 2.0 sometime in the near future. Maybe not with the belts like before, but I see something of that nature coming.
I have to say that if they do, this is kind of a very big what if. So follow me very closely on this, okay? Depending on when Gunther and Punk actually wrestle, if it's early in the night, we're I see some interference on for the Bronze, and they could very well take the win. Um, However, I'm still stuck on we're going to get that cash in. So, but that's just me.
He's all
That's
about that
just me.
cash in, guys.
I'm going to say that Braun and Braun are going to take the win on this, just because Roman Reigns is established. He can lose, and it's fine. Jay is established. He can lose, and it's fine. If they're going to make Braun and Braun a decent stable, then they need to pick up the win. They've been picking up too many losses as of late. So
All right, guys, you heard it here. That's the first time I think no, that's the second match that
that's the
we've
second
actually differed
disagreement.
on.
Yeah.
All
That's the
right,
second.
women's title match: Tiffy defending against Jade Cargill. That's a
Ooh,
good night from the wife,
dude, this is
guys. She said,
this one's tough. This one's tough, okay? Because let's
okay.
face it, Jade is long overdue for that title. If she hadn't have got hurt, she'd have probably already had it. So, and Tiffy's had it for what now?
About
Since
9 months, I
December.
think, man.
So,
Like December, January, somewhere right in that area. Yes.
I think it's time that the clock stops for Tiffy time. So, Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill won Queen of the Ring,
Yep.
which gave her this match.
Yep.
Who won Men's King of the Ring?
That would be Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. So okay. Like I guess we really haven't been following. Like they really haven't put as much into
Emphasis.
it, or maybe it's the fact of splitting them. You know, one night and one the other. But okay, yeah. I'm going to say I would like to see Tiffy retain, and I'd like to see them, let somebody run with the damn title for a little bit. Tiffy's actually fun fact. Tiffy is the longest reigning champion right now in the company.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
That's
So
true.
okay, yeah, maybe Jake, picks up tomorrow. And okay, here's another question I have just regarding that match. If
Mhm.
Jade wins tomorrow, does that kind of set Sunday and the men's King of the Ring winner,
No,
Cody Rhodes?
absolutely not.
Okay, all right,
Absolutely not.
awesome, awesome. All right. So what we got left? Oh, that's
For
all you,
night
homie.
one? No, it's your turn. I just did Jade Cargill. Oh no, you did. Never mind. I'm
I
stupid. I'm stupid. All right. So the next match we got out of the 12 we have. This is number 6. Out of the 12 we have, Sami Zayn taking on Karrion Kross. Now tell me, why do you think Karrion Kross is going to win?
Because if not, then I mean, honestly and truthfully, all this push for him has been for nothing.
I agreed. Agreed. So that's quick,
Like,
quick and dirty,
yeah,
easy, done. Uh,
does
so
Sammy actually say Cross told the truth? That's the question I have.
no, no,
Don't think he does.
no.
He says he will. Does
I
he
know he
keep to
says
his
he will.
word, or is this where Cross finally proves the truth and Sammy turns into this like maniacal character?
I think this is where we get Cross's push.
I
Hold,
like
hold
this.
on.
I'm
Hold on.
all for this. All right. Starting night 2, guys, we have, and I just want to explain this right quick, okay? So everybody understands this. We have all matches for night 2 are championship title matches.
Mm-hmm.
There are no special matches. There are, but there are no special matches that do not involve a championship for night 2. So we're starting out with the Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio defending against AJ Styles. What is your pick?
All right. So I'm going to say Dom retains because he's still got the heat of the crowd. He's still got that momentum. He's still
Mhm.
AJ's gonna go do a TNA show soon anyway. You know it's coming.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Dom's picking up a dub here. So just my
To
thoughts.
touch on that, I agree wholeheartedly. I agree that AJ is going to go do a TNA show. What I feel as though is going to happen there, Trick Williams somehow or another is going to be able to retain against Moose,
Mm-hmm.
because Moose is number 1 contender now for TNA Championship. That
Mm-hmm.
being said, AJ needs something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to throw AJ back in TNA, probably let him take the title from Trick. And the only reason I say they do that is because AJ is a TNA original.
How
He is
many
a
years do
legend
we have?
there.
How many years do we have TNA or AJ left? He's going to have to get a TNA title under his belt before he leaves.
1 or 2.
Yeah,
He's got one. He's got a couple actually. He's
I
been
know.
TNA champion before.
I mean, in the
But like
near.
doing it now, yeah, doing it now, you're absolutely right. So I feel as though that's going to be who takes the title from Trick. But
Uh,
that being said,
Let me
go
go ahead
ahead,
and
bro.
take us into the match that isn't listed, so we don't forget. Okay.
Okay. All right.
It is a 6-pack, 6 men. Or I'm sorry, 12-man, 6 tag team championship TLC match that we were just talking about on the SmackDown review. Who do you got winning that?
Okay, well tell everybody who's in it first. So we've got the champions right now, the Wyatt Six.
One,
We have the Street Profits. We
two,
have Motor City Machine Guns. We
three,
have DIY. we
4,
have Axiom,
5,
and we have Andrade and Ray Phoenix. That is your
6.
6 teams in this match. If I've got, can I get away with 2 in this?
You can get, yeah, because there's so many teams. Absolutely.
There's so many teams, and I'm like, trust me, my mind has been fucking flying on this one. There's a million and one different ways this could go. I'm going to say if the Wyatts do not retain
Okay.
somehow, which I still
Yep.
feel as though that's probably
Yep.
going to happen, then I feel as though Andrade and Ray Phoenix come out with them somehow.
That's what I was
How
going
that
to say
sets
to
up,
the letter.
I couldn't 100% tell you how that sets up, but I feel as though you've got the tag team champions that just won the titles, and you've
Mhm.
got the hottest tag team in all of sports entertainment right now. I'm sorry, there is nobody hotter than Andrade and Ray Phoenix right now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, and that
So
was exactly that
that's
was
going to be my two.
exactly my prediction for the match too. So I just wanted to get that out there because it wasn't on the official card, but it is slated for Sunday night. So
Oh yeah.
not
All
sure
right,
why they
so
didn't
that
do
puts
that.
us WWE Championship match: John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
Okay, Seth Rollins.
He's dead set on this, guys. No, I don't think we're going to see Seth Rollins.
May I give one
Sorry, buddy.
without a cash in? May I give one without a cash in?
Yeah, yeah,
John
yeah.
Cena. John Cena.
Okay.
John Cena.
All right. I am going to say I disagree, and I'm going to say Cody Rhodes turns heels tomorrow night and pulls the trigger that he couldn't pull at Mania when he lost the title. And
Very
that'll
astute
be kind of the
possibility.
whole spiel that gets it started as to why he's turning heel or why he's done being the nice guy or blah, blah, blah. Whatever they decide to go with there, that I feel as though that'll be the stepping stone for it to get started on.
See, I'm on the other side of the fence. I think John's the one doing the swerve. So that one we're just gonna have to disagree to agree or agree to disagree
That's
on
fair.
because I can't do it. So the next match, right, is one we were discussing tonight. It's Solo Sikoa, the United States champion, taking on the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Let's examine this for a second. Solo, Jacob, by themselves in a cage. Go Buddha.
Solo retains thanks to Tamatonka.
Yeah, yeah.
They've not released him yet, okay? There's been nothing on the internet that says that Tamatonka was released. He's healed. He's ready to come back. What better way to do it than to put him with the rest of the damn family?
The
He
only
gets on the
thing,
cage, fucks
the
over Jacob somehow. Solo picks up the dub. Sorry.
you're fine. The only thing that I could see, I agree with you. I think Solo is winning regardless. But the only thing that I could see that wouldn't be that would be not only does he get involved, but we see someone try to get involved for Jacob besides Jay Uso, because I'm sorry, besides Jimmy Uso, wrong Uso brother, because we know that War Games is just around the corner, and
Yeah, I was going to say that.
that we're coming up to that, and that they're going to have to start building teams for that. And let's face it, it's going to be the MFTs. They're a 5-man group. Um, I don't want to see them face somebody like the Judgment Day because that's stupid. I would rather see
There's only
something with
3 of them.
Jacob. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
they can team with somebody else. That
True.
like, and that still may be where we go. It's untelling, but I would like to see Jimmy, Jay, um, Roman.
Roman, Solo.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
not
then you got to
Solo,
have
Jacob.
somebody else. You got to have somebody else.
Well, last
And
year
I'm
it was
sure there's
Punk.
probably another. There's probably another Samoan back there somewhere. Just saying. I
Yeah.
think there's actually a couple that are on like WWE ID or something like that are just waiting for a call up. Zilla
Yeah.
Tattoo is still out there, guys. Like pick him up. He's going to be fucking solid for you.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, next match is the women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch defending her title against Lyra Valkyria with the stipulation that if Lyra does not win, she can no longer challenge for the Intercontinental title. Who do you see winning, sir?
Lyra Valkyria. And I want to say that that's because of Bailey. Bailey gets involved some way in this match, and either she helps Becky or she helps Lyra. Like it's just it could go either way. But I don't see Lyra not being able to challenge for the Intercontinental title anymore. That's just a stipulation that seems unrealistic considering she's the first IC Women's Champion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I I don't want that for Lyra. I would rather that Bailey got involved in some other way. Was she not supposed to be reffing? Is that not right? Am I
No,
not here?
no,
Are you sure?
not not
Was I
not to
wrong?
my not to my knowledge.
I thought that
They
was a
don't say
thing.
anything about it.
I know it doesn't.
No, no,
Um,
because like the other night they done an interview with Bailey, and Bailey said that she really just don't know where to go from here, and just kind of walked away silently. So I don't. I agree with you that Bailey is going to have something to do with tomorrow night. However,
no
I
doubt.
do feel as though Becky retains and she
Hmm.
screws over Lyra.
Hmm.
That,
Agreed.
that's going to be my feel on it. I feel as though they got a little more going for Lyra. Like, okay, think about it like this: you hold what title before you get pushed which way?
Up, up. And I get it.
The
You're not
Intercontinental
wrong.
title is the carry all the time championship that you get the most prestige from in order to make your way to the heavyweight title. I feel as
Is
though that they might have another match with Lyra and Becky. Or, I'm sorry, not Lyra and Becky, but Lyra and Bailey regarding the fact that Bailey screws over Lyra tomorrow or Sunday. I'm sorry, but I
mhm.
feel as though that a new challenger for Becky's title is going to emerge, and I feel as though Lyra will be probably pushed up into the heavyweight title picture.
Can I say that I don't think Lyra is ready to be in the heavyweight title picture just yet? I think
Mm-hmm.
that she's still very much mid Carter and not up there with the Rhea Ripleys, the Liv Morgans, the Io Skies, I just the Tiffany Strattons, the Charlotte Flairs. I don't see that. I don't see that. I'll tell you something we didn't mention was a one Bianca Belair. Um,
Seriously, on the head, man. I was going to ask you, what do you feel they're going to do there? Do you think they're going to give Jade and Naomi the belts and then have Bianca just pick whichever one she wants to be?
maybe, maybe
Yeah, that's where
that's
I
a
feel it's
very
going to.
it's a very good possibility because if anybody deserves it, it would be Bianca Belair. She is the
Oh
EST
yeah.
of WWE. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to our final match. It is for, in fact, the women's championship. It is Naomi taking on Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match. Now, in triple threat, there is no rules. Let's just remind everybody of that. So this could very easily become a hardcore match. It could very easily become a table match. I mean, we could do whatever we wanted, and it would be okay. It could be a beatdown, and it would be fine. So, does Naomi? All right, hold on. Let me get your prediction first before I go into what I have to say. What are your thoughts on
In a happy fantasy world,
it?
Rhea.
Okay. In a realistic world,
Uh,
where are you at?
in a realistic world, Naomi retains.
Yeah, I agree. Naomi retains because she's just got the title. So that being said, let me just explain that I think that Naomi has someone on standby. I think that there will be someone interfere on Naomi's behalf, and it could very well be anybody. It could even be, say, Bianca Belair. Not no, I don't know why she would do that. I don't think that that would be a good decision, but it is a possibility. WWE is known for going outside the box and creating opportunities and getting people involved in things they shouldn't be involved in. I think that this is going to be one of those matches.
I agree.
So, yeah,
But with that being said, guys, that is our predictions for SummerSlam.
mhm.
2 nights. going to be huge. And each night, guys, we will be live with the recap after the show goes off the air. They are on at 6. I would assume they be off by 9. So I'm going to say latest we'll probably be on is like 9:30.
So just
It just
gotta be
depends
watching.
on,
Gotta be watching.
yeah. And if you're not watching, guys, make sure that you're following us. Make sure that you got the notifications turned on. That way, you know when we go live. If you're watching this on YouTube, sub to the channel. It should let you know when the new videos come up. Just make sure that you
Hmm.
got your your bell turned on, and make sure that it's personalized to make sure that you get notifications from us when
We
we
will.
upload videos, which
We
is
we
going to
will.
be huge this week.
Yeah, we will be live directly after the event ends. Please, guys, and if you want to stay up to date with all the other notifications and all the other streaming that we do, because we both have Twitch channels and we both do video game streaming as well as our WWE reviews, please join the Discord, and you will get notifications as to when Buddha's going live, when I'm going live, when and we have different niches like it's really a good place for anybody that's a gamer. We
Oh
accept
yeah.
people of all types. So just come on down, hop in the doobie den, and let's roll a spliff, man. Let's just get blazed.
I'm all game for this. I'm down. Anyway, that being said, guys, this is going to conclude this edition of the RevX Wrestling Review. Again, I am Buddha Fire. That is MJ Hat, and together we are Revolution X, bringing you the wrestling recaps from SmackDown and all PLEs. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to include Raw in that. But until then, SmackDown and the PLEs are going to be what we bring you. If you want to comment, please comment on this video, whether you're watching live or whether you're catching it on YouTube. Shoot us a comment in the section below. Make sure that if you want to tell us your predictions, make sure that's there. And guys, we will see you tomorrow night by 9:30. I'm going to say live right here on our channels, recapping night one of WWE SummerSlam. That being
Stay
said,
tuned.
guys, we will catch you on the flip side later, and peace
Bye.
out.